And Kali with Crusher online, if you can confirm the stun into her like triple blades that she shoots out, you can
She's got to build
actually
Crusher
deal...
though first.
Yeah, yeah. You have to be able to build the Crusher.
You got to be able to build it. I don't know what's on the menu.
Yeah, I think if you can get enough power from other places in your build, then it'll be okay. Okay, this might be potentially like one of the best Kali starts that she could have gotten.
Oh my gosh!
Given the
Look
fact
at
that there's
that.
not really jungle. Gilded arrow into a potentially katana. I mean that is katana, but we don't know where it's going.
That is a katana. That's confirmed.
If Kali is lucky enough to get hastened first item, then that might be like game winning, honestly, with Gilded Arrow. That extra basic attack damage on Gilded Arrow is going to do her a lot of favors. Her attack chain is already really good, and her base attack speed feels pretty good even without building more attack speed. So there's so many good items in that tree that Kali's able to utilize.
Oh my gosh, we're fighting already before the red buff spawns. Neath has to backflip away. Half health. Look at that damage coming through. Boomers are here to play. They're ready for bedtime, baby. Red buff is going to be dropped very quickly. Odin is going to be jumping in. Here comes this. No, not quite a stun. No. Just going to slap away.
Just a little too soon.
Look at that damage, though, coming through. Over in the back, Chalk is trying to come through to make something happen. The rains are not going to come down. The wall is not going to be good. They're going to be able to squeeze through that one. And Boomers with a red buff and a lot of damage out there on Mismos is taking the lead right now.
Man, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit surprised at how aggressive Boomers played that out of the gate. I think they were trying to catch him off guard. Unfortunately, they just happened to invest all of that on the Neath, and Neath just backflips anyways. You know, the Odin attempting to re-engage was good. I think if he got the stun, there might have been some setup there, but the rest of the team had to peel back and try to contest red, and man, didn't quite get the value out of that they were looking for sure. Nice defense there from Mismos.
Yeah, very nicely done. Now everyone is going to be approaching level 5 here very quickly, and then I'm sure we'll see another fight as all the ultimates become available. It looks like Discordia is already there. Same with Oswald and Worse, the Artio and the Kali. That is pretty big coming up over on Boomers. They could probably look for their own engagement right here.
Man, something to consider. Chalk has Gilded Arrow.
Oh,
there
baby.
There is potential.
Are we going to see crit? Are we going to see crit Chalk? Is it going to happen?
We don't know if it's Diamond Arrow or a Nade Arrow. We also see whatever part 1 of Devourer's Gauntlet, Soul Eater, or Bloodforge is, but if it's Devourer's Gauntlet or Bloodforge, there's a little bit of synergy there for crit Chalk. So could have some lifesteal potentially to go with the crit. Stay alive for long periods of time.
Love the
option.
I'm
not sure how familiar you are with the Chalk, but his heal actually scales off of physical power. So it gets stronger the more power he has in his kit, and that is pretty potent when you're in there trying to box.
It's definitely not a bad thing to happen right now, especially up against the team that he's going to. So the question is, red buff is going to be spawning here enough. We haven't seen much. It's still 0-0 on the board at 2 minutes. That's actually a little bit surprising considering how aggressive it was played. Red is now going to be spawned. It is going to be started up by Mismos. However, there to contest it immediately is Boomers. Are they going to be able to pick it up? No. The red buff goes on to Ymir, who is low on mana. Not much else is going on in the back, however. It looks like they're trying to get a kill underneath, but Neath is going to backflip away. The red buff will be started and secured by Mismos. Boomers just not able to do it. And now we're going to go right back to farm, it appears.
Yep. And, you know, the like quick snap back to farming doesn't surprise me that much. I think that in the event that either team had gotten a kill in that first engagement, when they thought that they could do the cheeky engage, and then, you know, similarly, Mismos thought that they could do, you know, the cheeky defense to answer back on the fight, and neither team came away with a kill, I think they're kind of respecting each other at this point, you know? They've seen that both these teams are here to play, and they're only taking engagements where they see fit, and now one wall to set up on the Artio. Silence is good from the Chalk, and all that CC, the pull from Susanoo, will confirm a kill onto Dwurst on the Artio, and that is not what you want to see. Odin dropping the cage just to zone, to disengage for that fight there, and man, it happens that quickly. One good wall equals first blood, and that was beautifully played from the Susanoo, making sure they kept the Artio locked down even after the dash had already come out. There was not much the Artio could do to get away there.
No, an absolutely phenomenal wall coming through Jinpov. That was just great, but even better was Rose just pulling Dwurst right back into the fray, saying, no, you're not going to escape. You're not going to be able to get around. We've got you locked down. And now we do have a 1-0 lead with Mismos. And how lucky is it? I didn't even notice this. Take a look at Chalk. Look at his relic. The man's got a phantom. How lucky is that?
What in the world against an Odin? That's actually insane. I can't believe that.
That's so good.
Like, double onk against Kali, Rama, and Artio as well. I believe all three of them will typically end up with some healing, lifesteal, something in their kit. Rama, unfortunately, currently has mannequins, relic daggers, so I can only imagine how bad the rest of his items are. That's where he's at right now. Is mannequins, relic dagger. That's a pretty rough place to be in, but he's got med, so he's getting a lot of meds cooking.
He's got med. He's got that. I don't know. Like, these builds are starting to make my boomer prediction make me a little nervous. Red buff is started up by boomers, but they do have to leash it and drop, and it is going to go the way of Mismos once again.
Another beautiful Ymir wall. I mean, this guy's doing it on the Ymir. Honestly, that's
He's
what you
feeling
want.
himself.
I think a lot of players criminally underutilize the Ymir wall. Personally, I see a lot of people just forget exactly how powerful that is. And for me personally, when I'm playing support Ymir, I level my freeze first, and then I max my wall after that. I don't max
That is the
damage on my
exact same thing I do. Ice carpet, don't bother with it until way later on. I love having that extra seconds onto that wall. It is so beneficial. And I mean, depending on the game, if I'm not able to get in range to do the freeze, I will straight up just level the wall first.
Yeah. And if you catch somebody in the jungle in between a couple of jungle walls, that's budget Yemoja ultimate, basically. I mean, you keep people locked down into one area, and they phantom or they jump or something, or they get caught. A little bit like Ymir almost did right there. A nice little bit of lockdown, but he turns around with a freeze. Not giving him any opportunities to dive on him just yet. He's a pretty tanky boy at this point.
Exactly. Looks like Frost did finish his relic dagger, which is going to be able to pop off that med very nicely a little bit more often. That's going to be some good stuff.
Yeah. So Serrated picked up here on Akali. Serrated, a very popular item among a lot of assassins. I don't hate this personally. It's a shame that it didn't end up being a Hasten, because I think Hasten Katana is incredible on Kali. She probably utilizes it the best out of anybody in the game, and that's a lot of damage on the Ymir. Some good lockdown there. Will he fall? A Chalk ultimate tries to peel, but Kali cleans up one. Will there be any more kills falling to either side? Seems like both teams are a little bit content to run away to the side there, but who's getting low? Is that Chalk getting low there?
He's gonna know. Oh, Rose is gonna be able to drop. That was huge. So close on getting that kill onto Frost there in the back, but was able to get up into the ultimate and then get that damage pumped off. Now underneath the T1 tower, they are being pushed. This is really not looking too good for Mismos on that. However, Ymir is back up and spawned and running back into the fray. The tower is not going to fall, but that is a lot of damage coming through onto them. I think boomers just need to disengage here. Red buff is up. They will drop it. So there we go. It is back in their favor. What an engagement from both teams.
Yeah, absolutely a great engage from both teams. I got a little bit confused because it gets kind of pixelated anytime fights happen, like on my screen. I thought that was Chalk and it was a Susanoo. But I mean, all this healing coming out, all the healing coming out from Artio, just on that one ability that she hit, she healed like 10% of her HP to like 3 teammates. That's crazy. I mean, that was insane.
Really wish I had replay available, because I'm pretty sure Frost made it into the air in his ultimate with Susanoo chasing him down at like 10 HP.
Jeez.
Like, he was low, but he was able to get out of there. I need to go back and rewatch that, because that just looked absolutely insane.
Yeah, I mean, so many of these fights seem like they could go either way. I mean, it seems like, you know, Mismos was in control of the game for the start of the match, and now Boomers is, you know, 1 kill up. Goal differential now just slightly in their favor, but almost dead even for all intents and purposes. I mean, this is the inconsequential goal differential at this point. And I gotta say, it is essentially
goal difference is literally a ward.
I think the most important thing that's happened is that the kill landed on Kali. Given
that
Kali,
was huge.
Where
you
that
want the Kali to get ahead.
It's gonna be big.
It's like I said, like, Kali is a late game god, and that is a little bit concerning coming from Mismos right now, because they are playing a little bit slower at this point, letting that Kali grind up. I mean, already at level 12, leading the pack other than Neath, who's sitting at level 13.
Oh man, and Rama is just like, looking at the build, poor guy. Relic Dagger into part 2 of Breastplate Contagion, Nemean, or, you know, Spectral.
If anyone can make it work, I think Frost can. However, Chalk is going to be slamming down onto Dwarfs. That is going to be a kill onto Mismos. What are they going to be able to do here? No one is low on the side of Mismos. They are going to back off. There's not any objective on the map to actually take, so there's really nothing to gain. However, Oswald going in, no. They're just going to try to push them back and get that red buff. Are they going to be able to take it and confirm it? That's the question. Not a whole lot is there, just dancing around in between the lanes. It looks like they're just trying to push them off.
Yeah, solid jump away from the Odin there. Could have been caught out in a pretty bad spot. Not sure who was able to secure the red buff on that one. I see the buff belt still there on
Chalk
Oswald
was able to take that down. That was very lucky. Oswald almost was able to get that down. Ymir almost with a beautiful wall as well. Was just shy of freezing him in. Frost is now pulled in. This is big. Ymir ult is going to be going off, but not going to be enough. Frost is going to be up into the air, and he's going to be able to drop here. Is he going to be able to get out? He is slowed. He is very slowed, but he is able to run away and retreat under tower. They're not going to be able to catch him. Are they going to be able to disengage here? Yes, they are. Boomers, without anyone being lost in that fight, are going to be able to disengage here and now live to fight another day.
I gotta say, something that's a little bit slept on with this Rama build right here, Relic Dagger into Hide of the Nemean Lion, I believe that is. He is a tanky boy. That is a lot of health and some fizz prots on top of it with the mannequins as well, so we can, I guess, distribute a little bit of damage at least, but I mean, he's not going to be easy to kill. He's getting some magic defense online as well, starting into that potentially runic shield or something similar to that. Oh man, nice freeze there onto the RDO to lock her down a little bit more for the team. She's getting real dangerously low here. Chalk ultimate over the top comes in. The axe will secure the kill. Odin Cage has him locked in, but what luck, they have a Phantom.
The Phantom!
What in the world? The rotation comes through from the Kali though. She's got the ultimate out there, but a Nuwa ultimate will clean one up. Ymir picks up a kill in that engagement. Odin is on the run and on the ropes. Can he get out of there? He cannot. Susanoo with another one, and they are trying to dive under this tower now to secure even more. Susanoo hasn't had enough yet. Rama is still so tanky. He can't kill anybody. He's stuck under tower. He's got nowhere to go. His ultimate is down, and he falls to the Discordia there. And very, very well played from Mismos on that one. I mean, that is a tough spot to be in if you're the Boomers. It's so hard to take that fight and to disengage from it effectively when they have as much dive as they do.
That was rough. It was really I was actually just going to compliment Frost on that build a little bit. Because here's the thing I was going to say. When you see a Rom, you don't think tanky. You think you're going to dive in and blow him up. And I like what he's building simply because your first instinct is now wrong. It's now wrong. Yep. You can't just dive in and blow him up. He's going to be able to live. So he's going for that more supporty play, and I do like that. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough there. Kali coming in onto Neath. It's not going to be enough. She's going to be able to walk out of that one pretty easily. But this next team fight is going to be a little interesting. I'm actually really surprised they didn't take down that T1 tower over on the right-hand side. I thought Mismos was going to be able to pop that off.
Man, so unfortunate that Kali ends up with a sledge there instead of a Blackthorns. Honestly, that is not that spicy of a pickup in this scenario. Definitely an item that's fallen off in popularity. Even though Kali's going to be able to get value out of it, I don't think the protections are enough that I would want that over Blackthorns instead. So that's a little bit sad that the build trended that way. But if it gets late enough and those last two items are good items for Kali, they're not out of this game yet. Kali gets those resets and can clean up.
Speaking of builds, look at what we have on Nuwa. Telkines and Demonic Grip. We have an auto attack Nuwa, and I am here for it.
I mean,
lockdown, not
nice
good.
Ultimate there comes in. A lot of
Jumping away. Neath ult is
escape?
good, and he's going to drop.
Oh,
unfortunate. They have so much lockdown on the side of Mismos. It is very hard when they pick a target. They are doing a very good job coordinating on who they want to take down.
Man, that's a lot of CC right there coming out from the RDO as well. Nice, beautiful stun there. Or was it the Nuwa explosion that stunned him?
I believe that was Nuwa
as well.
Oh, yeah. In comes Chalk. Here comes the silence. Frost is in trouble. Frost is going to drop. However, Oswald is there. Oswald don't care. He's going to look to pick up. However, a double kill onto Matt. That is going to be a lot. Chalk Axe is going to come through. It's not going to find the mark. They are going to try to change that down. Leaf is going to be able to get away. Oswald is not able to get there, though. Unfortunate. That was a fight that really went for Mismos. Oh my gosh.
And I would say the biggest difference at this point is how much power Mismos is able to find in their builds, honestly. At this point, a lot of the power on the team, or on Team Boomers, is coming from mannequins on Rama, Gilded Arrow on Kali, as well as Serrated, the little bit of power that Sledge gives her, and the Nuwa having rings. As cool as Attack Nuwa is as a meme, in this kind of an environment, unfortunately, you're just going to take L's to Susanoo, who's able to pick up a Bloodforge first item, and then Chalk with Serrated Soul Eater. That's a lot of healing in the kit, and they have no way to answer back.
No, it is a little bit tough going. It's not saying that they can't do it. They definitely can, but it is definitely going to be a big fight from Boomers to try to get this up and running. I mean, one thing from Mismos, I talked about this a little bit earlier, is the target selection and the lockdown. They pick one person, and it's going to be a Ymir freeze. Then they're going to silence them. Then they're going to pull them. And as soon as that one person is dead, then they will turn on to the rest of the team, making it a 5v4. They are doing a very, very good job controlling these team fights.
Yeah. When you look at the team comp and every single character on the team has the potential for multi-target crowd control. Yeah.
That
That's
hurts.
kind of
I didn't take that
pretty
into
good place
effect
to
at the
be in.
beginning. That hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, Neith, if she can detonate a weave, Ymir has freeze and wall. Discordia has her second ability. I think it's called Discord, but I could be wrong on that one. Chalk with the multi-man silence and knockup. And then Susanoo with pulls and also a multi-man knockup in the ultimate. I mean, nowhere safe. The mobility is there. The crowd control is there. The damage is in the build. I mean, this might be all she wrote for Boomers on this one. I wanted to believe, but man, they're going to have to find damage and like kill secure somewhere because right now they don't have it.
I mean, right now, the game's not over till the Titan drops, and even the Phoenixes are not down yet for the Boomers. They're still standing tall on that one. However, the gold discrepancy is where I'm getting a little bit worried. Mismos is now 7,000 gold up. That's big. That's a big number. That's a full, like, look at the builds. They got a whole item ahead of them.
Yeah, that's about an item per person. That's pretty insane. I mean, it's... You want to believe the game could go either way at this point, but it's going to take a lot of discipline from Boomers, not taking these fights where they can't, and not getting baited in by just the
might be getting caught out here. They're trying to get onto the thing. Ultimate is forced out of Kali. That is unfortunate. Jump is down. I don't think he's going to be able to get away. Down, slams, and Oswald is gone. Worst is very low. Also running away from the fight, is able to disengage. Odin Cage come down. Phantom goes out. Nothing big. Oh, Phantom is held. They don't even care. They're going to take the Phoenix and they're going to hold on to the Phantom. Oh my gosh, Mismos having absolutely no fear. I'm not sure how I felt about Oswald engaging onto that Neith there.
Oh man, I personally don't love it. I don't think there's any burst potential. We got some pinks coming out for Apophis as well that they're starting up over here, and I don't think they'll be able to contest it at all at this point. That is going to be a nice quick Apophis going the way of Mismos. Looks like one person tried to contest it and will pay for it with their lives. Worse than the bad spot in the RDO. The pull back in is enough. Odin with a jump over, and the fight continues.
Odin is incredibly low there. Looks like Leaf is going to be blown up in the jungle. This leaves 3 people to defend. There is 1 Phoenix standing now with Boomers. I just said that there were no Phoenixes down. I feel Caster Curse may have come through a little bit there, but look at the player damage coming from Neith. 19,000, just commanding this.
Well, when you look at Neith, I mean, this isn't exactly a meta hunter build, but all of these items are items that can be built and used effectively on hunters. Heartseeker, a very good item on ability damage hunters. Executioner, a decent item in the meta after getting a slight physical power buff, and it's great for shredding prots, which when you look at a team and all they have is prots and not a lot of power, take the prot
down. They're going for Titan. This could be the end. It is 2v5. That Titan is melting. It is going to be it. Mismos, take it. They are Trollment champions in the making.
Man. And what a match. I mean,
what a game. What a game.
Not to discredit Mismos here at all, but unfortunately, I would say that Boomers very firmly lost that a lot in the builds. A lot in the builds. I think it would have been
what happened, because Mismos at the beginning was a little bit what's the word for it? Like careful, right? And like I said, as soon as they, like, I think like maybe 5 minutes into the game, they realized, oh snap, guys, we can just literally CC them to death. And then that's what we saw. That's what we saw. Just like, how many times did we see a Ymir wall into a freeze, into a Susanoo pull, into a Chalk silence?
Man.
You're oh gosh, Frost's only damage item on Rom was Wind Demon. No!
And that's what I'm talking about. That's why looking at that, I'm just like, I think this would have been a very close and contentious game in the event that the Trollnament RNG did not just absolutely demolish any chance that Boomers had of dealing damage.
No. But hey, I mean, that's a Trollnament. That's a Trollnament. Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get.
I mean, Sledge isn't being picked up or used by almost anybody. I see Horus players build it once in like 5 games. And they had 2 in their build. Like,
all right.
That's a rough break. That's a rough break.
That's nuts.
Sure.
I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So here we go. Are you ready? That was only game 1. This is a best of 3, Vince.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Oh man. I was so nervous. I was like, please.
No, chat, by the way, I completely forgot to tell Vince. I didn't forget. I kept it away from him that it was not going to be a best of 3. So
Wait, it is or is not going to be a best
Oh,
of
it
three?
is. It's a best of 3.
Oh, it
but
is-
I
it
didn't
is
want to
gonna be a
tell you
best
because I
of three.
wanted to
Okay.
see your reaction. Also, what's
Oh,
up,
man.
Linda?
Okay.
All right, so that was game 1. That was game 1. Now we got to roll for game 2.
Okay.
We got to duck race and see what game 2 is going to be on. So,
Okay. Duck race game 2.
we're duck racing for game 2. Let me go ahead and get this set. Let me go
right.
ahead and let you spectate this bad boy so we can see it. I forgot how to share my screen because I'm an IT professional in the field, in the history. Let's go. All right.
Oh my god.
Here we go, guys.
Costumes?
Game 2. Clash and Siege.
Do you get to pick their costumes? I have to know.
I don't get
Or
to
is
pick
it
the
random?
costumes. It's all random.
Okay.
It's all random. So, all right, here we go. For game number 2, that can potentially decide the Trollament champions. We've got Clash and Siege going off. They are off to a commanding start. We've got 1 minute on the clock. Clash is up ahead. Is that a worm? Is that a dinosaur? Is it a monster? I don't know. But George Washington is doing the best he can to float down that river without his trusty boat to cross the mighty Delaware. But it's not enough.
Man, I gotta say it's hard not to believe in the Ducknosaur in this type of an environment. But Duck Washington definitely out here pacing themselves. We've seen this before. We've seen the Ducks come out with a strong lead, use all of their speed in the early game, and not save any of their stamina for that last final push. And we've seen so many people lose on the back of like not saving any gas in the tank to be able to take that final sprint and cross the finish line. They're neck and neck right now. It's looking close.
It's tortoise in the hair. And now all of them are tortoise. Look at this. We got 10 seconds left on the clock, and they're waiting for the other one to make the move. Who's gonna make the first move? That we can't what? Oh, whoa! Here we go. Clash! No, Siege! Siege is coming through. Siege is gonna be number 1. There it is.
Man.
All right,
Duck
round
Washington.
2. Round 2 is gonna be Siege. All hail the trees.